So that what I am seeing inside, from what I am seeing inside, I can see in this monitor. This is a scope. So this is a 30-degree scope. If you observe very closely, this is not straight, you see. This, if I see like this, if I show like this, you will not be seen. It will be showing this angle. So that is helpful in doing laparoscopy, to go down, to go up and see structures. This is 30-degree scope I am having here. I will put a percutaneous drainage of the collection, PCD of collection. I will put a percutaneous drainage of collection. Immediately I will put it, the patient becomes, the symptoms of tachycardia, everything will decrease and patient will become little happy. Mr. Ramu will be now happy. He'll tell, I am having low pain. But what is there for Ramu? Ramu will be now having a tube draining the bile. Ramu will have a tube draining a bile. So we will wait for 2 weeks. Please remember, 2 weeks, wait and watch. In ERCP, you can diagnose as well as treat the patients. I can do this surgery only for yearly breast cancer. I told you already, 1, 2A, 2B. Only for these cases I can do, and sometimes I will do this for ductal cancer in situ also. So ductal cancer in situ, I will do either a simple mastectomy or a breast cancer surgery. Both can be done. So please don't forget this 5 cannulas. These are the 5 things I want you to remember for your exams. So there are many more sizes, but these are the 4 commonly asked MCQ topics. 16 is grey, 18 is green, 20 is pink, 22 is blue, 24 is yellow. Yellow is used in neonatal patients. Dumbbell shaped crystals are seen in calcium oxalate monohydrate stones. Okay, calcium oxalate monohydrate stones. So Margagni hernia is a hernia seen right side anteromedially, and the most common content going is transverse colon. And I am going to now put a suture for this long wound. Let me tell you, this is a wound I am having. I am going to take sutures. Let us assume the depth of the wound is x centimeter. Depth of the wound is x centimeter. X centimeter. So what I should do? I should take sutures at x centimeter distance. This is x centimeter distance. I should take the suture. At a distance of x, I should take a sutures at the distance of x centimeter on both sides. I should take suture at x centimeter on both sides, and the distance between the next suture should be 2x. So this is known as x 2x rule. So if the depth of the wound is x centimeter, please remember, if the depth of the wound is equal to x centimeter, I should take sutures at x centimeter on both sides of the wound, and next suture should be 2x centimeter. Sometimes what happens now, when you give an house surgeon a chance to put a suture, he will put so many sutures like this within nearby. No use, no need to put so much of sutures nearby. So the needed distance between each suture is 2x only. So that suture distance should be only 2x. No need to put so many sutures crumpled at one place. So x is the depth. Take the bite at x distance and take the next suture at 2x distance. This is what you should follow in a skin suturing. Okay. What are all the various methods of skin suturing? I am going to show you the video, but see this. This is a simple suture. Just I am going from one side and coming out and putting a simple suture. So this is one suture. I am entering this side. I am entering horizontally here. I am entering here horizontally, and I am entering here, and I am putting a suture like this. This is simple. I will show you the video, you will understand. This is horizontal mattress suture. And if you see here, I am going deeper like this, obliterating an empty cavity and coming up very superficially here and putting a knot here. This is vertical mattress. So these are the 3 commonly used skin sutures: simple mattress, simple sutures, horizontal mattress, vertical mattress are the 3 commonly used skin sutures. So other sutures used for skin very rarely and very cosmetic suture is subcuticular suture. They run at subcuticular level inside like this, they run this suture. This is subcuticular suture. No need to remove this suture. You put this, that's enough. Subcuticular suture. So subcuticular suture is done. Or else we can make a continuous suture also on the skin. Very rarely nowadays nobody is doing this type of sutures, like a continuous suture on the skin like this. Nobody is doing this. This is a continuous suture. Nobody does this type of continuous suture nowadays. So just remember, these are all various types of skin sutures, and if you have a gap like this, we can take a suture like this. What is this? I am taking like this and I will make it tied. So it is a purse string suture. So it is known as purse string sutures. So whatever it may be, skin sutures are made on different places, and after skin suture is made, we have to remove the skin suture except subcuticular suture. Other sutures you have to remove. Hematuria, mass, and instead of pain they have pyrexia. Instead of pain they have pyrexia. Please don't forget, they have pyrexia instead of pain. So mass, Wilms tumor will have mass, huge mass. The baby will present to you with the huge mass in the abdomen. So along with that, they also have hypertension. The babies also will have hypertension. Weight loss are also seen in these babies. Other features. Okay, please don't forget the Wilms tumor triad. So RCC and Wilms tumor, I am telling the differences. So other syndromes apart from chromosome 8 and 11, other syndromes associated with Wilms tumor are Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. Patients will have Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. Wager syndrome. What is Wager? Wilms tumor. So Wilms tumor, aniridia, genitourinary anomalies, and renal anomalies. So this is known as Wager syndrome. 1 to 2F, they have very 0% risk of malignancy, and complex cyst may have less than 5% risk of malignancy, and no further evaluation needed for these cases. So no further evaluation, we can just send them home, no further evaluation needed, or we ask them to come for follow-up after 1 or 2 years. So otherwise 1 to 2F cyst, nothing to worry. The problem comes with 3 and 4. So very important, 3 is an indeterminate mass. Indeterminate mass. So in indeterminate mass, cyst wall, what is there? Cyst wall plus septations show enhancement. Septations show enhancement is seen in these two. So septations as well as cyst wall show enhancement is 3. So what are the urethras which can be injured? So now let me see membranous urethral injury. So membranous urethra and prostatic urethra are otherwise known as posterior urethra. Posterior urethra. Penile and bulbar are otherwise known as anterior urethra. So in posterior urethra, membranous urethra is most commonly injured. By what mechanism? Membranous urethral injury is most common, and the mechanism of injury is same like bladder injury. It is fracture pelvis. So fracture pelvis can cause bladder, extraperitoneal rupture of bladder as well as membranous urethral injury. Both can be seen. And in membranous urethral injury, the clinical feature will be blood at urethral meatus. There will be blood at urethral meatus. There will be blood at urethral meatus seen. And the bladder will be full because the urine cannot come out because there is an obstruction of the urine outflow. So therefore bladder full bladder with the blood at urethral meatus, a patient coming to you. Full bladder and blood at urethral meatus, if a patient comes to you, think of urethral injuries. Interesting in this is, Sestami B scan works on the principle of what? Sestami B scan works on the principle the parathyroid adenoma will have increased oxyphil content. Works on this principle, increased oxyphil content. So when there is an increased oxyphil content, the parathyroid gland is picked up. But there is one important false positive case. It can be false positively, it can appear like parathyroid. It is Hürthle cell adenoma of thyroid. Please remember, Hürthle cell adenoma of thyroid also has oxyphil. So it can give as false positive, expected super specialty level MCQ. Sestami B scan is a scan used to localize parathyroid adenomas or hyperplasia based on the oxyphil content. So one of the important false positive cases, Hürthle cell adenoma can have increased oxyphil and it can appear as false positive. In such cases only we should do technetium 99M pertechnate scan to confirm it is not Hürthle cell adenoma. So technetium pertechnate scan, subtraction images are obtained. Subtraction images are obtained to help in these patients. Such cases of doubtful Hürthle cell adenoma, what will you do is, we will do technetium 99M subtraction images. What will happen if there is a transscrotal biopsy being done or transscrotal biopsy if you take? I told you the first node from testicular tumor is there to the aorta and not to the inguinal regions. If you take biopsy like this through the scrotum, you will violate the tumor principle and you will spread the tumor to the inguinal nodes. It is a big blunder you will make. It will unwantedly spread to inguinal nodes. So you should not spread the tumor to inguinal nodes. Therefore, make a inguinal incision, pull the testis out, pull it out, take biopsy and do frozen section. Immediately do frozen section. If it is positive, you do high inguinal archidectomy. If it is positive, immediately do high inguinal archidectomy. If it is positive, immediately do high inguinal archidectomy. If it is negative, what will you do? If it is negative, keep it inside the scrotum, keep it back. That's all. This is an interesting point. You should not forget Chivasu maneuver. Chivasu maneuver is a maneuver of taking biopsy from the testis in a suspected testicular tumor. We have to go and sort out these patients because in mass casualty there is no enough manpower. When around 50 people come to your casualty simultaneously, you will have no manpower to manage them. So 50 of them coming to your casualty, you cannot manage them. You have no manpower, no sufficient manpower in your casualty. So therefore what I will do? So therefore in such cases, I will bring out the phenomenon known as triage. Here the MCQ starts. So triage is used for which type of casualty? Means it is used for mass casualty, not for multiple casualty. This is an expected MCQ. Triage is used for mass casualty. You have no adequate force to manage, there are more patients.